Oh boy, let's go, guys.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Cards and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Not far east from the unmistakable buildings of the nation's capital. We've got a building that's also unmistakable in sight, but bears a new name. Welcome to Northwest Stadium here in Landover, Maryland. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Hewitt. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL. Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he'll have it down.
Good job. Good job.
That's 16 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Good job.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And he works this to the 38 before going down. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him.
Daniels, you're starting to stay hurt a lot, man.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38.
Bomb.
This back in the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds.
I ain't know we was that damn close. We on their 38.
The defense coaches and coverage, breathing a sigh of relief. There was space right there. If that throw came 1 second earlier, that was going to be 6.
Last pass unsuccessful.
That's not really no bomb. That's inside the 40.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Has him on the quick hitter. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Shotgun give now to Bigsby.
What a run.
A nice pickup on
What a cut.
and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Good job, guys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So following the return, looks like somebody's shaken up. Trainers have to determine how severe this may be.
Ain't that the kicker?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it whip. Always there, Trey McBride. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That was the kicker. God damn it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
How did the fucking kicker get hurt?
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
This reeled in by Benson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not
Yeah.
terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the 1st, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Jack Fox getting the call here to punt on 4th down. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Completed over the middle. And he'll get it over the 38-yard line before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Now Daniels off the play action. He lofts it deep left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd and short, Daniels. He has the first over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third down.
Guys, we ain't got a field goal kicker.
There to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Again, Daniels to the air. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they face 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Caught by his back. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Daniels. This will be cut by Watkins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Daniels. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Bigsby. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Going power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown.
Good job, guys.
The Commanders pull that in front for their 13-zip. Well, Brock, not sure the play they were running was all that disguised, but with the personnel they had out there, it was going to be tough to stop him either way.
Yeah, there's a great debate. Is it the X's and O's or the Jimmies and Joes? No debate there. That was the Jimmies and the Joes in their want to run it right down their throat.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time.
So who was that guy? Yeah, it's the punter. All right.
They're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt.
Now, we got a pretty strong foot.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
They can save money. May not need no damn kicker.
Kyler looking to throw. Pass complete. 2-2 Atwell. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
And they
The hell was that,
finally bring
guys?
him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. From the gun, it's Murray. He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
A 1st and goal pass, yeah, it can be an act of surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now makes 2nd and goal much, much more difficult.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Hand off to Benson from the gun. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. He picked up 6 on the run. Now they're facing 3rd and goal. They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. About to begin the second here. The Cardinals definitely thinking points. Benson. And he is into the end zone for an
Come
Arizona
on, guys. We had him.
The Cardinals start to fight back with their first points of this game. Trey Benson, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. This return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Daniels from the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Here's Daniels. He finds Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Daniels now. He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Daniels on 1st down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now, Daniels. Third is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And that brings up 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. And this will be his first effort of the contest. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. The Cardinals and Trey Benson back out on offense. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And it'll be Cardinals football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Murray thrown again on 2nd and 10. Into the hands of Michael Wilson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
He held on to that. Wow.
3rd and just 2 to go. It's Benson on the give. And the defense was ready. They got him at the
Frostbite high. Hey, if you're not part of my channel, please subscribe and watch great football. We got a nice lead.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense that just sticks.
I'm the Commanders right now, 2-0. We just won the championship, so we're the Super Bowl winners.
trailer parks. Jack Fox out there once again. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The Commanders set to take over. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Gets this to Johnson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Good job.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like this.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
They run it again with Bigsby, and he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of
Take my 4th and 4. I ain't got no field goal kicker.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
What?
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Out had the Cardinals now. And Quinn, pretty confident that they missed something there. He's going to challenge that call.
Previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it,
Yeah,
I just
it's short.
marvel at it. A bunch of years ago,
I
got
tried
to
anyway.
and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
Review the play. The ruling on the field stands.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back, he gets it, and moves the sticks.
Benson on 1st and 10. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, it keeps that defense guessing.
Big sack, guys. Get him quick.
And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled, and for about a split second, if that, the play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. He's got him. That's McBride. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Feet nines, Kate. Feet nines. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet nines move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Starts the return at the 34. And it ends up a good return for him. Up past their own 40. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. To throw, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it sets up 2nd down. Daniels back to throw. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Max Melton who held him down there.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Now Daniels off the play action. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Play fake here, Daniels. That one way too far up there. They can't connect.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. It only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Again, Daniels to the air. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 6.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. They'll run this with Bigsby. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders. With it, 1st and 10. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Now again, left side to Bigsby. And he'll push them down to the 6-yard line. Call it 4 yards from there, partner, and still some ground ahead. 2nd and goal coming up. They go play action here. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Daniels now against a blitz. Got a man. It's Bigsby. Touchdown, Washington.
Good job.
This offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now the PAT try coming up. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now come the Cardinals on offense late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range.
Come on, Clark, and we believe in Clark. Hey, you guys, big.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. 1st and 10, Murray. And the Commanders get home, they drop in. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. It's halftime from near the nation's capital. The Commanders pulling in front after 2. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Josh Downs, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last. We head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Dak Prescott lighting it up. He's got 3 touchdown passes. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Arizona has the football first to start the 3rd, and here comes its offense. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. They've got first down from the 31. And off to Benson to start the drive. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Murray sent up to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Now it's Bigsby. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stuffed right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing off the play fake here. Throw left side, complete. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game, even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down. None of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
On the give, it's Bigsby. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Daniels to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're going play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
On now comes their punter. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. The Cardinals in possession of it once again. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Benson now from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Benson once more. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Running left with Bigsby. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Handoff here for Bigsby. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs, gets the better defenses in this league.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And he swats that deep shot away, but he better not celebrate just yet.
That's my 2nd quarter bomb, I guess. Not really a bomb, but we'll call it one. Pass interference.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. The penalty erases an exciting turnover, makes it 1st and 10. On the gun, it's Daniels. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Second down and 10. Daniels. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Daniels from the pistol. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And not a great choice on 1st down. It's
How did he get in front of you?
Intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
On 2nd and 10 now, Daniels. This one's caught. And that's a Washington touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra points sent in through the rain. And the Commanders stretch their lead to 21. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Arizona offense about set to get going here. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. The give now to Benson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground with Benson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, here's Murray. Getting out to... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Okay, that's one of those situations where it's just a double whammy. Number one, you can't afford to give up a possession and waste a possession like that. And number two, to do it so quickly. A 3 and out in that situation. And really, listen, if there is a path to a comeback, and that's a big if right now, it's going to take sustained drives, and a 3 and out just devastating on that possession.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. Going with Bigsby here. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Zaven Collins in on the tackle. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it.
Stop.
Fans will measure running backs merit,
Stop.
touchdowns, yards. Fantasy
Run
football
around,
world we
clap.
live in, but as coaches and teammates,
Oh.
Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
Going to the ground again on first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Carry here for Bigsby. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
They run it again with Bigsby. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Again, it's Bigsby. And they're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Commanders have possession and a massive lead. This one looking like it could be over.
All right, guys, come on, sleepy. Get this quarter over with.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst of quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They'll run this with Bigsby. And he gets a few on the punch forward. Second down now, 7 to go. They'll motion Brown right. This is Bigsby. And here's another Another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Daniels throwing on third. Into traffic, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Cardinals' offense making its way out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. Wilson's got it. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the ball. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Harrison's got it on the sideline. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Cardinals first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Murray here on 1st down. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up. Back to the air. Murray. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Toward the sideline, and McBride's got it.
It's Clark.
Money down, that 3rd down.
We heard from Clark and Weaver and Clark. Let's go, guys.
Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Defense just needs to hold them short. It's 4th and 7. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. The Commanders all set to regain possession. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left. So they're going to try to grow it even further. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get this down to the 40. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Williams coming in motion right. They run it from the gun with right. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
on 3rd and long. It's taken in by Williams. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Take my 4th and inches. Come on,
All
guys.
you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Okay, take it right here too, shit.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Here's a give inside to right. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
Right again. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. They run again with right. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Pickup of 2 here. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll motion Brown right. Here's a give for right. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. This is right. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now it's Bigsby, and he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
I'm taking my last 4th and inches.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Hand off here for Bigsby. And he drives this forward to the 6. Only 1 yard, but when all you need is an inch or 2, Brock, that'll still move the chains.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Wright's running out of the gun. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in D.C. Commanders looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll motion Johnson right. Going with Bigsby here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on the carry, and it's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 3.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Commanders continue piling it on here in the fourth. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Oh, boy.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Commanders continue piling on to this lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Arizona
All right, guys, 38
offense gonna get
seconds.
things
Come on.
going again. And they'll
Wake
get
up.
one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for him. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Trying to push it deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be first down, Arizona. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Claude Martin with the pick. And the Commanders make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. To score this as a win for the Commanders. And they're continuing to survive among the final remaining unbeaten teams across the NFL, as they're now up to a 3-0 start. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Commanders, as with that, we sign off from D.C.
Oh, man.